Okay guys, what's going on? Today I really want to talk about the idea, the stigma around being lazy with this condition. I want to talk about what laziness is, what's actually happening, and then how to overcome it. You're not being lazy. You're just being overwhelmed. What this condition does is it completely overwhelms you. Whenever we get completely overwhelmed, what ends up happening is it translates into being completely paralyzed by it. Reframing what laziness actually is the right thing to do in this situation. You have to find within your feelings of pain and discomfort and your confusion with this condition, you have to figure out, what can I actually do? I want you guys to try to understand that as much as you can get used to the pain, as much as you can accept it, that helps with the overwhelm. So trying to accept the fact that this pain is normal, that the discomfort's normal, that probably is one of the best things that you can do, because your expectation isn't to be comfortable anymore. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I get it. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to deal with. I get it. I understand how ridiculously hard and how big of a mountain that is to climb. But the truth is, you're in it. We're in it. All of us. You have way more control over your life than you probably think you do. And I think that's the thing about this condition that overwhelms us, is it feels like we have no control. It feels like it's just all consuming and we can't do anything about it. What I've learned over time is that you gotta start working from the ground up with your mental health. You have to try to start doing small things all the time for yourself that boost your self-esteem. I'm just speaking from experience here, but for me, what that has looked like in the past has been like, figure out how to get the fuck up early in the morning, because it's so hard to do, but it feels great. There's nothing that I have done in my entire life that has consistently felt better than waking up early in the morning and going to the gym. The reason for that is because I'll get morning stiffness, I'll get morning pain, and what I find is that if I can bring myself to get up 4:30 a.m., 5:30 a.m., whatever the fuck it is, go to the gym, I can't describe how incredible it is. After you get into a routine of doing this, you start to feel better about yourself. Like, you just start feeling like you can conquer more things. I know it's cliche and I know it's ridiculous sounding sometimes, but it's one of those things that, like, I do this and it fucking works. Because then the rest of the day, honestly, it feels like everything, the hardest part's behind me. How do I say this fast? I vividly remember there was one point in my life where I was sitting down on the couch and I was playing video games, and I kept thinking to myself, like, I'm going to be the guy who wakes up early, who does all these things. And I remember it freaked me the fuck out, because I had a realization that the year before that, I had the exact same thought in the exact same spot, doing the exact same thing. It was terrifying. I was doing nothing for myself. I was depressed. I didn't know where to go. And I realized, like, my goal is not being accomplished right now. And that was intense. That shook me to my core, because I realized what I'm doing right now isn't enough. I think it's very important to be honest with yourself with, what are you actually doing? If you're not doing enough, you will get depressed. You can lie to yourself all you want, but it's going to fester in the back of your mind, and you're not going to know necessarily why or what, and it's because you're lying to yourself. That's why I was so overwhelmed. It's because I actually wasn't being honest with the fact of, like, I'm not putting any actionable steps behind what I want to be doing in life. I'm just letting this condition eat the fuck out of me. From the bottom of my goddamn heart, get up and go and do something for yourself. It doesn't matter if it's small. Like, if it's fucking learning how to cook, I don't care. And if you want a big fucking boost, I'll give you the best example I have. I know this doesn't sound like it translates to the condition, but it does. I was so afraid of the ocean. I was petrified. I used to swim in it lots as a kid, and truthfully, I would just lie to everyone. I wouldn't tell anyone that I was that scared. I would jump in last and come out first. And so I decided one day to save up all of my pennies. I ended up going down to the Caribbean and becoming a scuba diver. And let me tell you, I had panic attacks. I was shitting my pants. I ended up spending 3 months scuba diving all the time, and I overcame my fear of the ocean. Even as I talk about it right now, you can probably get the vibe that I'm jacked up about it. And I love sharing it, because it's like one of the coolest things I've ever done in my entire life. So if you really want to streamline boosting your self-esteem, truthfully, go and do something you're fucking terrified of and figure out how to conquer it. You have to do as many possible things as you can to make your mental health stay way above what your physical body's gonna make you feel. I'm getting into the weeds here, but, like, I just want to let you guys know, I'm not fucking special at all. I came out like a turd. I didn't graduate on time. I could barely hold a job. I was addicted to painkillers. I'm not the most intelligent guy. I'm not the hardest working person. And that's the coolest thing about that, is that, like, you guys can do this too. I truly believe that I'm so average. When I talk about this stuff, I very much feel like you guys can do exactly what I'm talking about. I know how difficult it is to battle that voice in your head that tells you that you're worthless and that you can't do it. I get it. God damn, I fucking get it so much. I get it all the time. I have to constantly keep that voice at bay. Let me tell you, you can fucking do it. You can. And I'll fucking say it every goddamn day. I'll swear like a filthy sailor when I talk about it, but that's because I care. Because it's so fucking important to me for you guys to be in that hole the least amount possible. And I just want you guys to know that, like, you are way fucking more than you think you are. Trust me. I continue to push myself to places that I never thought I could get to at all. You just have to push yourself as much as you fucking can. If you're anything like me at all, exercising, working on your self-esteem, and trying to get ahead of the condition as much as you can, it will pay off in dividends. It barely affects me now compared to what it did before. It's hardly noticeable. Don't get me wrong, I have a healthy respect for it, but I tell it to fuck off almost all the time, and I put it in its place. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about doing. You have to assert yourself with action and put in the best fucking effort that you can. Do not half-ass this at all. You get what you put into it. I know I'm intense while I talk about this, but it's legit. I don't find being soft about this stuff does anything for me. That's just a personal thing, but I don't find being sensitive and soft about dealing with this condition. I feel like it gets me fucking nowhere. Being very intense about taking your own life seriously is the only way that I feel like I've found any success with this at all. And I feel like I've found tons of success. I'm trying to figure out a way to translate that to you guys, because I remember being depressed, lying in bed, not knowing what the fuck to do with my life, addicted to painkillers, and just praying to God that someone would tell me that it was going to be okay. I'm not religious, and I remember fucking praying to God, bring me anyone that can tell me that it can be okay. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. That might have been a bit much. But work on your self-esteem. It's the best thing ever. And I will say it in every goddamn video. Go out and exercise. Exercise. Do it. Move your body. Just do it. I don't care how fucking crippled I'm going to get in life. I'm literally never going to stop, because there is nothing that helps my mental health more than exercise. And it turns out physically, it's awesome too. Every time a doctor told me that I was going to do permanent damage, it turns out they were wrong. Flat out. I don't know what it's like today. I don't know what you guys are being told, but I'm still hearing stories about people getting told that they shouldn't be doing things with their body. And that's horseshit. Go out and fucking do everything with your body. Work on it all the time. Regardless of pain, regardless of discomfort, just go out and move your goddamn body. I'm going to go for a run. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.